I dag blir det den aller første etappen. Vi har tatt turen til Strømstads skjærgård. Måtte jo ned og titte litt på vannet her. Det er utrolig vakkert også i Sverige. Vi skal innrømme det. Rytterne det 50 kriterium inne i sentrum av byen. Ladies Tour of Norways andre utgave i Halden nok en gang. Det var duket for et 350 kriteriumsritt som en 20-start på Ladies Tour. Dette var en hyllest
1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2.
I dag det ny.
Breggen tror jeg veldig sugen på.
I fjor de dominerte.
Så det flere.
Her har vi en båt på vei inn til kaia. Kjører altså inn til Halden i dag. Kåre en haldenseren. 1100 meter lang gaterittsløyfe. Den første runden var kontrollert, så vinkes det i gang, og da smeller det umiddelbart i feltet. Det var fra alle Cipollini, Olds har var, og Katarzyna Pawlowska fra Bols-Dolmans-laget. Disse ble en sterkt kjørende kvartett, en av de som prøver å vinne, selv om dette ikke teller med. Svensk USA-oppgjør med Majoa her, og en meget fornøyd amerikansk vinner til slutt. I hovedfeltet blir Emilie Moberg for Moberg, men hun lover Det var meget være i Strømstad nå. Har roen senket seg før start på dagens etappe, men det blir vel kanskje...
Det taktikken.
Hvordan tror du det?
At det kommer til å sprekke opp i de bakkene. Så jeg
I bilder i Halden, her ser vi
folk å sykle sammen med.
Det blonde gardiner fra Ikea. Der må sykle i hele veien.
Det var ikke mye vind, om jeg kan
Det
spørre.
ganske luftige, så det går bra. Det gjør det. Men det var litt vind, men det var godt, for det var varmt.
Hva har dere hatt i flaskene?
I flaska har vi hatt vatten. Ops. Og i glasset var det sjampis.
Jeg lå med en liten sjampis nå. Hvordan kom dere på ideen med å sykle dette rittet?
Nei, jeg tror det var et sånt felles idé, og Marianne en av den som på en måte tenkte at ja, vi må samle oss, og vi må bare ta den turen, for det så flott, og det faktisk veldig flott her. Kjempefint arrangement.
Så bra, og din svigermor jo Eva Karlsen. Det vel ingen som mer sykkelinteressert enn Eva, heller?
Fantast, kanskje? Ja.
Du får hilse da, vet du.
Det skal jeg gjøre.
Ja.
Hei, Eva!
Du, denne gode stemningen med champagne i glassene, de har kjørt rittet, så dere får bare ta dere en velfortjent skål. Vi skal opp på festningen, vi, og hilse på noen som brygger øl.
En del av logistikken på festningen, hvor de hadde bakgrunner. Det ene var øl var sunt, så risikerte å bli syke. Drakk de øl, så holdt de seg friske.
One, two.
Var det så fjor? Det var det. Ja, fortell. Nei, det var atmosfæren dritt, det var...
På dagens 112 kilometer. Og sier store stjerner, så jo verdenseneren Anna van der Breggen jo hun som vant i fjor, og en av de største. Hun har vunnet så mye i år at jeg vet ikke om vi har tid til å ramse det opp i alle fall.
Själv med då också, och vi var väl inte alls nöjda med det. Så jag tror de har fått bakläxa, och nu ska de göra det rätt, tror jag.
Ja, jeg tror Miriam en av de som får lov før man kommer inn i Halden, for da skal det handle om Emilie Moberg. Men denne løypa, 112 km, det er 2 innlagte spurter, vi kan nevne det også. Teknoterm poengspurter med faktisk bra betalt, 5, 3 og 1 poeng. Så vinner du begge, så har du flere poeng enn etappevinneren som får 7, så det kan være en trøye å spurte om faktisk på de 2 innlagte spurtene. Den første etter 32,7 km, og den andre når de kommer inn i Halden etter hvert, etter å ha kjørt 1 runde i den avsluttende 4,8 km. Det er de siste snaue 20 km av etappen publikumsvennlig inne i Halden. 4,8 km sløyfe, altså som skal kjøres 4 ganger. Så er det 2 bakkespurter, en etter 40,8 og en etter 71 km. Der er det jo også en trøye å kjempe om. 4, 3, 2 og 1 poeng til de første over dagens 2 bakkespurter. Det er litt prestisje i å bære trøyer i disse rittene også. Ser vi en av Max Solar-rytterne, Therese Klein, som er fremme der, og det er en del stjerner på plass hos det norske Team Hightech Products. Det er det store laget vårt da, med Moberg og Bjørnsrud som jeg har nevnt. De har Thea Thorsen og Vita Heine, og Charlotte Becker, ikke minst, og Tatjana Gudaudzo, tidligere verdensmester.
Ja, det var vel 2009 så vann hun VM.
Dette er Charlotte Becker. Hva slags rytter er Charlotte egentlig?
Ja, hon är väldigt bra på totalen på etapplopp. Så att förra året till exempel så vann hon ett av etapploppen i Kina och sådär.
Ser vi også at Marie Amundsen er fremme der for IK Hero i de oransje, hvite og sorte draktene, sorte bukser. IK Hero her, og 106 var også fra CK Victoria. De kjører med Vibeke Dybwad, Marie Flatås, Berit Hjelten, Kristin Krokstad, Stine Borgli og Trude Nattholmen. Det er jo ofte sånn i Norge at det er litt high-tech mot CK Victoria og litt IK Hero også, men her så er det nok av andre lag og skulle slåss mot Bigla-laget, som vi ser bak der i hvitt og blått. De er sterke, Sara.
Ja, de är väl ett av de starkaste lagen här skulle jag säga. De har ju bland annat 3 stycken nationströjor bara på den här startlistan. Så att de är väldigt starka.
Får vi se hva de kan få til. De har en bra avslutter i Lotta Leppisto også fra Finland.
Ja, hon har kommit upp sig väldigt mycket i år och fått en hel del pallplatser och fått sin första UCI-seger och sådär. Så att hon har haft en väldigt bra säsong hittills.
Håndbollslaget i 3. posisjon, der kjører jo også Amalie Didriksen, stortalentet fra Danmark, som har blitt juniorverdensmester 2 år på rad, og er førsteårssenior, men hun kan vi jo regne med her også. Hun har helt kapasitet til å ta overgangen bra. Og så er det dine jenter, får vi nesten si, Sara, ja. Det svenske landslaget.
Sara Penton har vi som går fram här, en riktigt stark tjej som är väldigt orädd, som hon ofta vinner mycket på. Så att det är lite antingen eller för henne. Antingen så går hon all in och får en riktigt bra placering, eller så har hon testat så mycket så att hon har faktiskt kraschat.
Ja, det er det. De kjørte bra i går. De satt godt fremme i feltet på 350 kriterium. Men hele laget faktisk, de 4 som kjørte med den store svenske stjernen, er jo Emma Johansson. Hun har ambisjoner om å prestere i årets Ladies Tour of Norway. Hun var litt alene i fjor hos Orica-laget, men kanskje de er sterkere i år. Hun har troa på at Emma også skal være med å sette fart på denne etappen, som nå er 3 kilometer gammel. Ned igjen fra festningen til Halden sentrum, og i tillegg til at dere har syklet rittet, så T-skjortene, dere er jo fanklubben til Thea Thorsen.
Ja, Thea er jo fra Ringerike, og jeg er Volle fra Ringerike. Thea må være på plass.
Så da skal dere ut og heie når rytterne snart kommer inn til Halden?
Ja, med skjørt og trøyer.
Sara, hva kan Thea få til i dag? Er hun låst i en rolle hos high-tech?
Jag tror att hon har nog en roll att hjälpa Emilie, men kommer hon med i ett utbryt ensam så kör hon självklart för att köra så bra som möjligt där.
Håper hun er god i sidevind. Her blåser det bra når syklene ramler bak oss, men Thea er jo norsk mester på gateritt i år, og da feirer fanklubben, kan jeg tenke. Denne løypa her inne.
Den är hyfsat teknisk, den är 4,8 kilometer tror jag, och det är en hel del svängar på den. Det är även ett parti med kullersten, så att den kommer nog ge ut sin rätt.
Kullersten, eller brosten, som vi sier. Ja. Rytterne er like rundt hjørnet. Dere må ut og heie på Thea. Vi skal ta en kort pause, og så er vi straks tilbake med det som skjer av sykling inne i Halden sentrum.
En welkom by the Ladies Tour of Norway. This is the live stream. My name is Niels Gouderiaan. Next to me is former pro rider Loes Gunnewijk. Today we bring you stage 1 of the Ladies Tour of Norway. The race started this afternoon at 2 o'clock in Strömstad, and that is in Sweden. And we will finish somewhere between 5 o'clock and 5:15 after a 112 kilometer long stage in Halden, and that is in Norway. And of course, when we finish, that's depending on the speed of the race. The border between Norway and Sweden is crossed 3 times, and once in Halden, the riders will ride 3 spectacular local laps of each 4.8 kilometers before they finish in the center of the town, where actually our commentator booth is. During the stage, the riders face some moderate climbs, because it's never flat here in Norway and Sweden, of course. And the riders have to climb 1,413 meters during this stage, so it's not going to be an easy ride. Loes, can you tell me what's happening?
Yeah, there was a lot of happening directly from the start, because what you said, it was not flat at all. After 20k there was a border sprint, so on the border from Sweden to Norway was the Norwegian or the Swedish rider who is married with a Norwegian guy, Emma Johansson. She won the sprint and she will get also the jersey after the finish. And after 32k there was the first intermediate sprint. There the people can take some points, but also maybe more a lot more important the bonification seconds. So Valentina Scandolara, she won 3 seconds. Bellato from Cipollini, she won 2 seconds, and Mayures from Bulls, she won 1 second. And on the first climb of the day, after 40k, it was Evelyn Stevens from Team Bulls who won, who reached as first the top, and she took the points. And then second was Anushka Koster from Rabobank team. Valentina Scandolara, I think she has good legs today, she was third, and Jo Nummenfiel from Team Bigla, she became fourth. Then there was a break on the road from 11 riders, with a lot of teams in, but the peloton was not happy with that, and they chased them back. And after 60k, there were 2 riders up the front, and they are still till now up the front. And it is Amanda Spread from Team Orica AES and Megan Gagne from Team Bulls. And they had the maximum gap from 3 minutes and 5 seconds. And we just had the last climb of the day, or the climb sprint, and it was won by Megan Gagne. Amanda Spread was second, Niwa Doma was third, and Valentina Scandolara was fourth. And it doesn't take long anymore when they hit the final circuit.
Yeah, you said it was the last climb of today, but I think it's the last sprint for the classifications, because here in Norway and in Sweden it's never ever flat. We rode the circuit this morning. So what do the riders expect?
Yeah, they know it's not really long climbs, but it's the whole time rolling, and that takes just a lot of energy out of your legs. But it's also, as we also look in front of us, it's windy. So it's, for the rest, also a beautiful day. The sun is shining, so they don't have to worry like last year about the rain. But it's windy, it is sometimes open. There are a few opportunities to put everybody in the gutter. And the wind will make it heavier, and the rolling part, and even the technical final lap, yeah, there we can make a lot of difference.
We were looking at an interview of Emma Johansson. That was in Swedish, so yeah, we can translate what she said, because we had an interview with her this morning as well. She's actually really focused on winning this stage, huh?
Yeah, for her it's really special. She is Swedish, but her husband is a Norwegian. She lives here in Norway, so yeah, you don't have that much racing nearby. And yeah, I know also, especially with the border sprint, it's special to have that nice jersey, half Norway, half Swedish. Yeah, I think it really belongs to her, because she is half Swedish, half Norwegian.
So after 67.8 kilometers, they crossed the Norwegian-Swedish border for the last time. We were there this morning, and then it actually goes really, really uphill. And because of the uphill, we don't have any footage right now of the race yet. As soon as they are at the top of that climb, we will probably have some race footage again. That road down there, the roads here are pretty clean, but they're not very wide.
No, no, but the bunch is also not that big, so it's not like a foot or a bicycle path, or it's just a really good road, and it's not that heavy, but because it's never flat, it's rolling the whole time. It's still a lot about positioning. If you be too back in the peloton, yeah, it will take some time before you hit the front, or you can miss the break because yeah, they're already gone when you hit the front.
And now we're looking actually at the footage of the finish line here in Halden. It's a nice straight line for about 200 meters. They will pass this 3 times, and then they will finish here before they enter here in Halden. But they still have some Ks to go.
I just see it now. Sorry for interrupting, but it's only 3K until they enter the final circuit. So yeah, they're coming close.
They're coming really, really close. The crowds actually are pulling in, so there's a lot of people down here. And as you can see at the finish line, and they're all waiting for the riders. And the riders are a couple of kilometers from Halden, and then they will do some local laps. And then I think the speed will actually go up.
Yeah, I think it also. I'm just reading a little bit on Twitter, and there's still 2 up the front. So it's Megan Gagne from Team Bulls, Dolmans, and Amanda Spread from Team Orica IES. And they still have 2.5 or 2:50. So that's still a lot. And the peloton is not taking it. It's not going that fast at the moment. So I think it will be really a beautiful final here.
But will the bunch be able to catch the 2 riders?
If it's windy, it takes a lot of energy if you only be with 2. And in the peloton, you can save a lot of energy. And if they're strong enough, and it's a technical lap, and it's still a lot of uphill. So if they're getting tired up the front, they can make really good, but they can't wait too long anymore, because then they will never see Gagne and Spread again, and then it's up to them who's going to win the first stage of the tour.
And actually those 2 riders come into Halden right now as we see the footage. They make a right-hand turn, and then we will able to see them, and then the riders will go over the bridge and onto the cobblestones. And here they are entering the city of Halden. They take a right-hand turn. And then we'll probably be able to see him go over the bridge.
Yeah, and what a season for both of those riders. Gagne, she won one of the first races of the season. It was Strada Bianchi in Italy. It's also on gravel roads. She won a stage in the Giro and became 3rd in GC. And Amanda Spread, she already had a few podiums in Thuringen Rundfahrt. So they both have good legs. So I'm not sure about the peloton, but I would not give them 3 minutes.
No, I would not give them 3 minutes, because they're really, really fast, and they're both winners, as you said. So they will be able to finish before the bunch, but I don't think in the peloton they will actually not step on it. They will actually give some gas and try to get those 2 back.
Yeah, but I think everybody's now looking at Team Rabobank. They have the winner from last year, Anna van der Breggen. She also had a good performance yesterday, and also the young rider winner from last year,
Nivea Doma.
Yes, that's correct. She is good. And also Korova, who was 4th yesterday and the best young rider. Yeah, they really have to work, and I think everybody from the other teams are waiting for them when they start the chase.
And in a few minutes, we can actually see them pass for the first time here in Halden at the finish line. This local lap is 4.8 kilometers. It's a little technical, and it's a left-hand turn, right-hand turn, and in 200 meters they will take a left-hand turn, but also a 90 degrees corner to the right. And now we're looking to the peloton. They're entering Halden right now, and as you can see, the peloton is long, and I think the speed is going up.
Yeah, and when they pass the finish line, they have 3 laps to go. 3 laps of 4.8 k. So it's a little bit. It's around 15 k's to the finish line, and the two they're working pretty well together. So.
And now you can see them going up to cobblestones. It's not really a climb, but it's a little climb. I think it's like maybe 2%.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more, but it's not that much. But it's still after 100 k's and only with the two in the front, it will hurt, and also for the peloton it will hurt now, and because the speed will be high, and here you can have some opportunities to chase or to attack and get a smaller group in between.
And I bet after 100 kilometers, those cobblestones will actually hurt in every body part.
Yeah, but that's racing, eh? And you will hit the finish line, and then it's 3 times, and then you will give full gas, and but that's what the girls will like. It's going fast, hurting yourself, but get a good result.
And we got some information from the organization that the breakaway is being sent into the wrong direction.
Oh.
And that would be a shame if they lose their distance there.
Yeah, that's true.
But we're waiting for the organization to confirm. And we're waiting for also the footage, the new footage.
I don't have an update.
It's actually some beautiful shots from Halden. Here you see the bedrock, like the whole city is built on bedrock. And that's also why you have the altitude here in the city. It's 20 meters away, and then you have a big drop of 10%. And when they go around this corner where we're actually looking right now, then go to the left and turn, and then they have a 10% descent, and they will go pretty fast into the city of Halden.
Yep, that's totally true. And I'm just hearing now it's 17 k's to go, and they say the two leaders have 2 minutes still, but we will see it in a minute.
And there's the peloton over the cobblestones where the two riders were a couple of minutes before. Once they pass the finish line, we'll actually know some timings.
Yeah.
Then we know how much the peloton is behind the two.
And as you can see in the pelotons are small gaps. It looks sometimes not that much, but with the fast downhill, the technical corners, and then when they're on the bottom, it's fast, and then you go already a little bit up again. So there will be coming a few gaps. And
So we have two race leaders. One from Bulls Dolmans is Megan Garnier, and from Orca AIS,
Amanda Spread.
Sorry, Amanda Spread.
And her nickname is Spready.
Spready.
Spready. Yep.
They're coming over the bridge, going into the city. As you can see on the right-hand side, there's the fjord, so we're that close to the water. The riders won't notice anything of the surroundings, I bet, right now.
No, a lot of times you don't see that much when you're racing. And then it's nice if you have a ride the day before, then you see and you can enjoy more the area. And now sometimes you can see, but when it's coming to a final, you just give everything and focusing on the roads in front of you and the motorbikes, and give everything.
So the local lap, as they ride right now, is a part of the prologue from last year, which was won by Marianne Vos. We're actually on the outskirts of Halden, and then they're going to take a right-hand turn, and then they will actually be able to see them and be able to time them, because that's also really important for us, as we know how much the peloton is behind them, if they're gaining or actually losing time. And here's the bunch. And it looks like that Korevaar is in the front of the bunch.
Yeah, and I think that Megan Gagne, she has, I think she has won the mountain jersey. She was winning the last sprint, and normally with equal points, the winner of the last sprint is getting the jersey. So for sure, she can go to the podium to get the mountain jersey, if I'm correct.
So out of these two, out of Spready and Gagne, who do you think will be the best sprinter?
Megan Gagne. Yeah, she has some good legs.
Yeah, she has some good legs, and we're looking at the finish line and one left corner, and then we'll see the two girls passing the finish line.
Yeah.
And you hear from the crowds outside that it's actually very crowded. And Megan Gagne is the first to pass the line. They go over the bridge, and then they're going to do two more laps, and then another lap to finish.
Now they're doing 3 laps till the finish line.
They're doing 3 laps, but didn't cross the finish line yet. And that's. Let's see how much the peloton is behind. Let's see how much the peloton is behind. We're waiting for footage for that, and we're looking at the two girls, Megan Gagne and Spready.
Yeah, and in the meanwhile, some bad luck for Emily Moberg, our Norwegian local rider from Team High Tech. She already had a puncture earlier in the race, and unfortunately, she had a puncture again, and she has to chase again. So yeah, bad luck for her. Hopefully, she can make it back to the peloton, and hopefully more luck also for tomorrow.
Yeah, but she will not be able to catch these two riders for today, so that's a big bummer for her.
It's gonna be hard. If you have 2 times already tire, you have to chase back and to the peloton, so that's already a chase of 20 seconds to come back to the peloton. And it takes just energy out of your body, and now the racing starts more, and as we can see, if they're passing us, the speed is high, and the peloton is not that big anymore. I think 20-25 girls.
Around that, and they have about 1 minute and 37 seconds on the bunch. Will they be able to catch that?
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
Well, we just have to wait and see.
And there's the second group, peloton coming. Also a lot of riders, 30, 40.
And that's another 30 seconds behind that pack.
Yeah.
Maybe it's going to be interesting anyway because they are getting closer now. They picked up 1 minute and not so.
And the two riders up in the front, they're working still really well together. They're on the climb. And it hurts, as we can see on the face. Spready is taking the lead. She's pushing Gagne to her maximum. So yeah, maybe Gagne is faster in the sprint, but if Amanda Spread is riding like this, she can hurt Gagne, and maybe she will attack in the last lap and get a solo.
Let's listen to what Anna had to say this morning.
Because I like to race the criterium, and we heard that I could start 4 girls instead of 3, so yeah, why not start if it's possible? So yeah.
How did the body respond, and how do you feel then for today's stage?
Yeah, I like it to have a fast criterium before the day before. I like to race on day before the race, so it was hectic and hard, but fun. And I think it's good to do it before a race like this.
It might be crosswinds today. The Dutch riders normally are strong in the crosswinds. Do you have any plan for this?
Not especially on the crosswinds because yeah, the road is also a bit like going everywhere. It's not really a straight part, but yeah, the crosswinds could make a really decisive thing in the race. So we also yeah, pay attention on the crosswinds and look for opportunities if it's possible. Then you always can put a echelon on the side. So we will see.
You ripped apart the peloton last year by going quite hard. Is that a plan to try again?
Yes, always. No, yeah, it's a hard day because it's going up and down and it's not flat anywhere here. So I think we like races like that, and yeah, you can make it a hard race by attacking and be attentive and stay in front. So I think that's yeah, at least that's the challenge for today, and we try to do it the same.
And that was Anna van der Breggen, and what she said this morning before the start. As we're looking at the footage right now from a motorcycle that gets really, really close.
Yeah, I became a little bit angry. Sorry for that. But the motorbike was in the corner, in the shortest way and disrupting the riders a little bit, and that annoys me. Sorry. So, but yeah, those two are still working really well together, and we just saw Moberg just passing the finish line. She's a little bit behind also the second bunch. So hopefully she can make it a little bit more to the front. A lot of bad luck after her second puncture.
Yeah, and the puncture from yesterday. No, she didn't have a puncture yesterday. She had a problem with her wheel. So she had to get off the bike in the criterium and fasten her own wheel.
It's not her weekend yet, but also there's also a Sunday, so hopefully the sun will shine for her on that moment. And we also just saw after those the two riders in the break, Amanda Spread and Megan Gagne, there was a group of 10 riders behind. We don't have the names yet, but they're chasing, and then there's a group of 20 who are coming, and the gap between the 10 and the two in the front is 1 minute 18.
1 minute 18. That means the peloton is actually pushing really hard.
Yeah, and we see it here. It's Team Rabobank with.
It looks like Korevar on the.
No, the long.
Monique Tenniglo?
Yeah, she's up the front. Yeah, and with a teammate behind her who are doing the chase for sure for Anna van der Breggen, who won here last year, and she won on the Saturday. And with that win, she had a gap of 38 seconds, and that wasn't more than enough also to win the overall on the Sunday.
Well, we just have to wait and see if the peloton is actually gaining or losing on these two riders. There are two more corners, one right-hand corner and one left-hand corner before they go over the finish line again, and then we just have to wait what the peloton is doing.
Yeah, so there's a group of 10, 15 in between, and then there's a group of 25. I think this is the main bunch, and then we have the two breaks in the front with the two riders and the 10.
Coming in here now with 2 laps to go. The last gap was 1 minute 18 seconds. 1 minute 18 seconds. Of USA and Amanda Spratt of Australia. From Bell Stolmans and Orica Rinich. Now Orica AS is the ladies team name.
And as we can see, the cars are still behind them, the team cars from Orica AS and Bulls Dolmans. So the gap is still more than 1 minute. Because if it becomes less, they have to stop and get back in the bunch or behind the bunch.
And since we don't have any information, race information, as we can see, we have our own, our own technology here, our own timer. So we just set a timer when the two girls passed the finish line. It is 40 seconds right now. And I'm actually looking forward to the bunch.
Yeah.
If they gain or not.
Yeah, and 18 riders are chasing Gagne and Spread. And Rabobank is there doing the chase.
And they're getting closer. 1 minute and 5 seconds. So that actually means they're actually gaining. because in the last round it was 1 minute and 37 seconds. They almost gained more than 30 seconds, and that means that the speed is really high in the peloton, actually, of those 18 chasers.
Yep, and Rabobank is doing the chase. Yeah, and that's perfect for the teams like Bulls and Orica. They just can follow, and they don't because they have both a rider in the front. So the riders in the group of 18, they can sit and follow the wheel of Anna van der Breggen or from Bigla or High Tech when they will attack, or Cipollini maybe for when Olds has the legs from yesterday. Maybe she can do also an attack.
Well, they're halfway to the 4.8 kilometer local lap. When looking at these two riders, do they actually look really tired, or do you think they can still have the power to sprint?
They will for sure. The sprinters have always the power to sprint. They will. They can always do it. It doesn't matter how tired they are. They always can sprint. But as we just saw the face of Megan Gagne the lap before, it hurts. It's going fast, and there's another group coming by the finish line, the second group. So it's all in groups. So that means also it's a tough race.
Yeah, it looks actually a tough race. If you want to see the highlights, if you look at the website for Ladies Tour of Norway, tonight there will be a highlight of about 12 minutes. So you can actually also see the first part of the race. But right now we're looking at live footage from the Ladies Tour of Norway in Halden. And it's the final, and we're actually looking at some interviews from this morning, which we don't actually understand. And let's see what she has to say.
And in the 4 final laps, do you have any plan to what the team should do then?
Well, actually, it's important for us to stay safe in those laps. It is a short lap, and yeah, so that's the objective. You know, we do also have more objectives later in the week with the team time trial in Sweden and the World Cup in Sweden. So yeah, this week is about yeah, also not taking any risks before the team time trial.
Your impression of Norway so far?
Oh, beautiful country. Yeah, I'm really happy to be here. I've been in Norway once before last year because I rode for High Tech Products, so I did a race here. But beautiful country and great to be here again to see more of it. So, and we have beautiful weather too. So yeah.
That's not normal, but enjoy it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Cool.
We're looking at some footage from Halden, from the fort. We're actually waiting for some race footage because that's why we're here.
But I have to say, this is really a beautiful spot to go to, and the view on top, it's beautiful. You can see Halden city, the lakes you can see, and now we can see the riders again. The two riders in the break, Megan Gagne and Amanda Spread, are still working really well together. Now they just had the fast descent, and the speed will be really high here. And now they will hit the harbor, and it doesn't take long anymore before they come here to the finish line. And I'm curious how it will be behind. This looks still like the group of 18.
It looks actually like they're gaining.
You mean the two riders in the break?
No, the peloton is gaining meters on them. So that means the two girls losing time on the bunch, or actually on these 18 followers.
Yeah, it's still the two Rabobank girls in the front. Emma Johansson in third wheel. Shelley Olds was in fourth.
And was that Anna that tried to get loose from the peloton?
Yeah, I think, and the second one, maybe she dropped a little bit the wheel, but Emma was really focused, and she was passing that girl straight away. So and Shelley Olds was in her wheel again, so all the main riders are up the front.
Yeah, but you have Spready in the breakaway, and then what does Emma have to do?
She just have to follow the attack. So if Anna van der Breggen attacks, she will just follow her wheel and sit in her wheel, and then she get kind of we call it a free ride, if you to the front, and then you can play with your teammate, or you have 2 cards to play, and then the other teams, if you're an individual, it will be more difficult than to win the race. And Emma can save a lot of energy then she doesn't have to do something on up the front. So Anna have to chase, and that costs always more energy than sitting in second wheel.
But I mean, is Spready actually going for the win, or is she waiting for Emma?
No, she's not waiting. She's giving full gas, and because of that, she's putting also more pressure on Rabobank. And they really have to ride to win the race.
And let's listen to the riders when they go over the finish.
So it's less than 5k to go. And the chasers in the break behind are Anna van der Breggen, Shara Gillow, Koste, Diederiksen, Majeures and Polowska. Gracie Elvin, Chloe McConville, Williams. I think that's not right. That has to be Elvin and Emma Johnson, we saw for sure, and Williams. Ashley Molman from Team Bigla, and Charlotte Becker from High Tech, and Gudetso, Ols and Falin from the national team Sweden.
They have a 40 seconds lead on this small part of the peloton. Well, it was 37 seconds in the last round. Whoa. It was 37 seconds in the last round, and now it's 40.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, but the two in the front, Spready and Gagne, are working really well together, and they both can also climb and like to race. So it's gonna be tough. I think now we will get on the little climb on the pavés an attack from Anna van der Breggen.
Yeah, but then the big question will be, will she able to catch these two riders?
We will see, but for sure, I think she will make for sure some damage in the break behind with the 18 riders. I'm not sure everybody can follow that attack. So if she's strong enough, she can chase, or she can get the first two riders back, but also make a lot of damage behind.
Well, we just have to wait and see.
Yeah, but as I said, we have a lot of strong also other riders in the group behind, with the winner of yesterday, Shelley Olds. Also, Bulls have 3 riders in. Team Orica has 3 riders in. Ashley Molman from Team Bigla is in. Charlotte Becker and Gudetso from Team High Tech are in. So it's really a strong group. Ja. Ze hebben net de bel gekregen. Oh, and I'm hearing here it's 45 seconds, so they're still making time.
Ooh.
The two in the front.
From 37 seconds to 40 seconds to 45 seconds.
Yeah. And they're still working together on the cobblestone climb. They almost hit the front, and then they get the fast descent. I'm not sure if the group behind can catch them back, because in a downhill, you go so fast, and it doesn't matter if you're in a group or alone. When you're riding 60.
That's right.
In the end,
We're looking at Shelley
before
Olds.
in the hills?
Let's
I think the
listen what
race
she has
will
to
be
say this
very
morning.
difficult today because of the wind and the terrain. We see that it's all up down all day. Lots of corners in the final circuit, so I think it will be an aggressive race. You have some very aggressive teams here, so it should be challenging. Maybe not in the final circuits.
But how does the course in total suit you today?
Well, I hope it's something that I like to think I'm fit for, is this kind of terrain. So I hope that today can be successful for me.
Yeah, because you want to win again. It's not enough about yesterday.
For sure, you always want to win, right?
Yeah, right. Good luck then.
Thank you very much.
And that was Shelley Olds, winner of yesterday's criterium. And we're back in the last lap of this first stage of Ladies Tour of Norway.
Yeah, and it's less than 3Ks to go, I think, for the two in the break. And as I hear it right, but my Norwegian is not that good, they have 30 seconds. So I think we will see a sprint or between Megan Gagne and Amanda Spratt for the win today. And that also means for the leaders jersey of the day.
Have you seen Emily yet? Have you seen Emily yet? Is she back in the bunch?
No, hopefully she is back in that group who just passed. Yeah, it's bad luck if you have a flat tire, but that's also racing. It's the hard part of racing, together with crashes. But yeah, sometimes it will happen.
Sometimes it will happen, and the roads are pretty clean here, but you never know.
Nah. And I think it's 2K to go for the two riders in the break.
I'm just trying to listen if it's 2K to go.
And I think it's still 30 seconds, and they have now, 2.5, no, 2K. Just the roads near the lake, and so it's a little bit open, a little bit windy. Maybe a surprise attack still from Spratt, but I think she will save everything also for the sprint, because it's not technical and you cannot make it that much difference in this part.
Yeah, but if they have the girls from the bunch want to try something, they really have to try it right now.
Yeah, they cannot wait anymore. It's 29 seconds if I'm hearing right now. So I think it's one of those two will have the leader jersey. And
so now the fighting really begins. Well, actually, it's been going on for a couple of time, but for the last kilometer, we have Amanda Spratt of Orca AIS in the front, together with Megan Gagne of Bulls Dolmans. One of those two will actually win this first stage.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, and I think Megan Gagne, she already won the mountain jersey. So the next question is, will she also be in the lady jersey? And if that's true, then the next one, the second in GC from the mountain jersey, will get the mountain jersey.
But since they've been on the local laps, they really have been working together.
Yeah, they already made a deal if working together when they just started, because they had 3 minutes earlier in the start, so that's a big gap, and that means that they're strong. They had a good work together, and now it's going to be one of them who's winning this race, the first stage of the Ladies Tour of Norway, with sunny weather in Halden.
29 seconds, so it's a right-hand turn and a left-hand turn, and then they will have the 200 meters from the straight. Last straight, it's the last corner to the left. Who is it going to be? Is it Pratt? Is it Gagne?
And it's really coming close. It's only 15 seconds with the group behind. We have no idea who will be there, but it's the Rabobank, and they're here. They're now in the last line. Oh, who's going to be? Oh, it looks like Gagne. She is strong, and Amanda is second. Yeah, Gagne wins the first stage. And there's the second group coming. And who's the win? It's Emma Johansson before Shelley Olds. So now she won from Shelley and will join Amanda Spratt on the podium.
Wow.
But wow, what a strong performance
close.
of Megan Gagne. She was strong.
Oh my God, she was really, she looks really tired, but really happy.
Yeah, and all
She
her
has her
teammates
teammates.
are happy. That's also about racing. It's really teamwork. You need a strong team around you, but bloody hell. Sorry, I have to say that. What a performance of Megan Gagne, but also Amanda Spratt and Emma Johansson, who became third, and Shelley Alls. Yesterday the win, and now just missed the podium in the fourth spot.
And I talked to Megan this morning before the start, and she said, "This is my first time in Norway. I love it here. It's great, and I really, really hope that I can win here." And now she actually wins.
Yeah, but that already says enough, you know, when you like it somewhere, and when you're motivated, and you just want to have a good performance. And yeah, she didn't lie anything about it. What a race. With a long break with Amanda Spratt, and I like it when they make it till the finish line.
We're looking at the instant replay of the last 100 meters.
Yeah, I think she also took 2 seconds now on Amanda Spratt on the finish line, and because she won the race, she also get 10 seconds bonification. Amanda Spratt will get 6 seconds in the bonification. So probably they will have around 10 seconds, I think, on the second group. With the 10 bonus, she will be in the lead for 20 seconds more or less.
Wow, what a first stage here in Norway.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The sun is not only shining, we saw a really beautiful race. A lot of action is going on. And we didn't thought first that the group was coming back. They didn't made it, but it was close.
It was
yeah,
close.
it was really
close.
close. Yeah.
But looking at the view in Halden, come on.
Yeah, but it's Norway. I love it here. It's beautiful. It's not only the area, it's good racing, and it's also for a lot of riders, because it's the second edition. For a lot of riders, it's a new country. And yeah, especially when the sun is shining, it's lovely to be in a new area, new racing, and the area is really good, so it can give a lot of actions.
But basically, you stopped a year too early.
Yeah, I did. I was so unhappy last year when and disappointed when I just crashed 3 weeks before Norway, and I could not make it here because I broke my shoulder. I was really disappointed, but yeah, that happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
And now we see the rest of the bunch finishing. And they all look really, really tired.
Yeah.
It must have been a really hard race for them.
Yeah, we saw a few riders of Bulls, a few riders of Bigla. From Cipollini were a few in, from Rabobank probably because they also had to work a lot during the race. We didn't saw it on TV, but I can tell you it's all about teamwork, and they had to do the work before. And now we're going to listen to the winner, Megan Gagne from Team Bulls Dolmans.
Actually, the interview was already over. That's too bad, or the bad connection. I don't know what it is, but we thought we're gonna see an interview of Megan Gagne. Loes and I will do the interview also tonight. So if you want to see her interview, you can always check it out later.
And I think we're now seeing the last group who will pass the finish line, and hopefully
a great win for Bulls Dolmans here in the Ladies Tour of Norway today.
Yeah, it was a good day. We were aggressive from the beginning, and I took advantage of that with about 50K actually before that. And I went solo, and Amanda came with me, and we took equal poles and just drove to the finish, and Bulls took the win, so we're happy with that.
A lot of wind today. How did that affect the race?
Yeah, the wind was really hard. It made it very hard when it was a headwind, but it was good when it was a tailwind. Actually, because it was so aggressive from the beginning, there was not so much echelons, and the climbs were a factor as well.
How much does a win in the Ladies Tour mean?
Yeah, I'm very happy today. Again, aggressive racing is something that I really enjoy, so happy to come away with the win.
Thanks and congrats.
Thank you.
Winner Megan Gagne of Bulls Dolmans. You heard her right after the finish. She won this first stage of the Ladies Tour of Norway. We're waiting for everybody to finish before we go to the award ceremony.
Yeah, and if I'm counting, and hopefully my math is is good enough, she took 10 seconds on the finish line. Who is that?
This?
Is that Chloe McConville? Yeah.
She broke her bike.
Yeah, and she really wants to pass the finish line so that she also can start tomorrow with a new bike. Then and it's sad for her because her parents are here, her fiance is here, so you know, and then you're in Norway. Um,
Yeah, it was a really tough day out there. I think Megan and I got away about 50 kilometres into the stage, so we had good 60k pairs time trial out there, and we knew if we got to the circuits with a good gap that there was a good chance we could stay away, but we were just fighting in those last circuits just to hang on. We just did.
Really close at the end, yeah. And what was your thoughts on the last K?
Yeah, I knew that Megan was a fast sprinter, so I was hoping to hit her with about a K to go, a little bit less than that, but she beat me to it, and yeah, she was just too strong in the final.
Cheers.
Thanks.
We just heard some commentary. Spratty? You didn't hear it?
No.
We're waiting for the award ceremony of the first stage. So tomorrow, what can we tell about tomorrow?
No, for sure that Megan Gagne is in the leading jersey. I think she took 10 seconds on the finish line. I think there was a gap of 2 with Amanda Spread. And she also took the last intermediate sprint, so 3 seconds. So she's...
That's going to be really hard for the other girls to actually, beat that.
Yeah, but you know, tomorrow is a new day, and it's still the second group was not that far behind. I think it was 10 seconds, so she's around 20, 21 or 23 seconds in front of some riders. But it can be a lot. But it also, if you're in a break and there's a good teamwork in that break, you still can make it. It's not over, not yet.
And make sure you tune in tomorrow as well for our live stream. Tomorrow is going to be a great start. It's on the old Svinesund Bridge. That is the border between Norway and Sweden. And it's we just passed by it today. It is a great view also for the riders who were able to start there, especially for the Norwegian and the Swedish riders. That must have been something special for them.
Yeah, for sure. And I think then it's also really nice to see that Emma Johansson, our Swedish rider, who lives in Norway, is wearing the border jersey, and she can start tomorrow on the border with the border jersey from her 2 countries. So she will love that. And I think also all the spectators who we saw yesterday already, but today again on the finish line, on the course, they will love it.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be 115 kilometers. So that's 3 more kilometers than today. The border is going to be crossed 2 times. And they also end up with some local laps. And this tomorrow's stage is going to be 3 local laps. They're going to be 3.9 kilometers. And the last corner is going to be really tricky. So if that's going to be a bunch.
Yeah, that's it's really a tight corner, and you have to be the first or the second in that corner to win. And also, what difference it's we start a little bit earlier, so we cannot sleep in. Not that I want to, but.
And now we're looking at the fort, 350 years old.
Yeah, what a time! What a time!
Time flies. So Halden is southeast of Norway. So when you're on Google, Google it, and you'll actually see where it is. But it's on the southeast of Norway. It's southeast of Oslo, and it's right on the border. So the people here are actually, they say they're Norwegian, but they're also a little bit of Swedish. We talked this morning to some local people here, and they said, well, we consider ourselves Norwegians, but Sweden is so close. We understand each other, and it's the same thing from the Swedish from that side. They understand Norwegian as well. And we see Emma Johansson pass.
It also took us this morning only 30, 45 minutes to go to Sweden, and we had a beautiful view there in Strömstad near the harbor. It was beautiful.
Well, hopefully the next year there are going to be 3 stages and a criterium, and then that would be great.
Yeah, that would really be awesome. And also, what was really great to see is what they had a fun ride for women before the race. So not the pros or not the ones who have a license to race, but just for everybody who just had a bike and who wants to race to ride. All the females, they could ride the 60k from Strömstad to Halden, and it was really fun to see. They also already had spectators on the finish line, and a good performance for them. And maybe we will see some of those riders next year back here racing in the Ladies Tour of Norway.
We're waiting for the award ceremony, and to my right I see Megan Garnier. I'm actually trying to get her into our commentary booth to get her first reaction. But she's doing her cleanup for the podium.
Yeah, that has to be done first, and to clean a little bit your face and your legs, get pretty before you get on the stage, and it will take some time. And she will take a little bit of deep breath, enjoy her victory, and maybe now realizing what she has done, and that she's going to wear the leading jersey of the Ladies Tour of Norway.
You have been on a podium once or twice.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
what's
true.
the feeling when you're on the podium? When do you realize you actually won?
Sometimes it depends on the win, but sometimes, like for her, I can imagine it was already the last couple of seconds before the finish line. That's when you already have goosebumps to put your arms in the air and you can salute for your victory. It's the best feeling ever. And then after the race, you start smiling and you get a lot of emotions, and everybody's jumping into you and hugging you and giving you the win. And then also your phone is going like crazy. You don't have it directly on the after the finish, but most of the times the Swannies are coming with a bag, a podium bag they call it, with a dry t-shirt and some stuff to clean your face, and then yeah, everybody will congratulate you with your victory.
But once you're on the podium and you see that crowd, cheering on for you, what's that feeling?
Oh yeah, you just have a big smile on your face and you enjoy it. And sometimes it's going too fast, and then you don't realize what's all happening. And then maybe 1 hour later or in the night, you're thinking about it again and again, and the weeks after. And still now I can remember a few victories, and if I remember it, I get goosebumps again on my arms. And so it will stay, I think, forever with you.
Yeah, I bet, and I think Megan Garnier will have this in her memory as well.
Yeah, because there's already a lot of spectators coming.
Yeah, looking to the left, we see some gathering.
Yeah, and also Thea Thorsen, the Norwegian rider from Hightech. She has her own fan club, and they look so funny. Yeah, I love that kind of way.
What are they wearing?
Oh, they're wearing a blue T-shirt with her name on it, Thea, and a nice picture, a racing picture. And they're wearing a white skirt.
That's not a skirt, that's a tutu.
Yeah, but it looks so funny. And I think they did all the ride this morning from Strömstad to Halden. So it's not only a fan club, but they also like to ride a bike and having a lot of fun. And we like to see that the spectators also have a lot of fun with the racing and enjoy and having a good day.
But this morning they have a women's ride as well. They rode from Strömstad from the start to the finish. Not the same parcours as the pro riders did, but they actually did a straight line of 50 kilometers. There were a lot of women on the bikes, never been on a bike before, and they actually did the 50K.
Yeah, that's a great performance. You have to start somewhere, and I think there was more than 100 women who were on the bike, and I really enjoyed that to see. And I think it's also you also have to start somewhere, or with just riding a bike.
So it's actually improved. A really good thing.
Yeah, for sure. And I see that in general everywhere. There are more women on the bike, and also you see more races on TV or internet who are you can follow live. So we're making big steps.
And that's good for women's cycling in general, not only for Norway, but all over the world. We like to see more women on bikes. What are we going to do about it? Show more races.
Yep. Also, yeah.
So we're still waiting for the award ceremony for stage number 1.
You can already sing a song for Lizzie Williams.
Well, happy birthday. You want me to sing?
If you want to.
I don't think anybody wants. Shall I try to get Megan Garnier on the microphone? Unfortunately, I'm not able to get Megan on the microphone for now. She's waiting for the award for her jerseys. She looks tired, but not exhausted.
No, but when you win, you forget everything. You forget the pain in your legs, and it's worth it more than that. And tomorrow, yeah, I think sometimes you almost cannot sleep because there's still so much adrenaline. But because I'm really positive and motivated.
You too. Or make sure that you follow one of the Twitter accounts where we have to send you the link. 12:15 to 1:15 tomorrow will be. Will. See you tomorrow.